Today's trade recap. It's the first trade recap of 2026. I did not take any trades today, but I want to just kickstart the trade recaps again because it's a pretty interesting day. Yesterday I was planning to trade, but there was no setups. But yeah, the price action was not really interesting for you to do a trade recap. Today I did not take a trade, but the price action was something worth to discuss. Really interesting price action today, and we go over it pretty quickly. So coming into market open, yeah, pretty casual day, but insanely clean. I also explained this in the pre-market analysis for Discord members. Insanely clean daily profile today. We have Asia highs right here. We have Asia lows right here. We have London lows right here, and we have London highs right here. This is really textbook scenario. London opens, we get a big bearish candle to the downside, we manipulate Asia lows, and we form a reversal. This reversal plays out, and we expect a New York continuation to the upside. Like, perfect setup. Insanely good setup. I normally do not trade on Tuesdays, as I also explained in the pre-market analysis, but this is like insanely perfect. So we are expecting a move to the upside. There's only one problem in expecting the move to the upside. This is like, sorry, you can only see the candle, but this big gap. This big gap, like, let me put this back again. Um, if you look to this gap, then you can see that we filled this 1 hour gap like pretty perfectly, and this looks like kind of bearish also on the bigger time frames. So a sweep of London highs and then a reaction to the downside to fill this gap completely would be ideal to catch the big trade to the downside to those equal lows right here and to those Asia lows right here. This would be like perfect scenario, but the daily profile played a little bit against this. So we need to see where good confirmations came and what actually developed, like the first 5 minutes after market open. And as you can see, let me go back here. As you can see, we opened and we directly pushed like above London highs to fill this gap. Now it's really interesting to see if we can inverse this gap or not, or if anything like happens. If you see on the 1 minute time frame, there was not a break happening. Like we have a low right here, which could be broken for a break of structure, but we do not get a break. We form a new low right here. We did not close below here. Now we form a candle, which is really interesting. A break of structure is defined by a low getting broken and closed below, but we do not close below. We close exactly on the line, and we form actually a new low. So the new low is here, and we do not get a break. Also, we have this 1 minute gap, which does not get inversed. We have this 2 minute gap here, all the way up here, and this one does not get it inversed. We have a 3 minute gap, does not get inversed. So we have no break of structure, no gap inversion. So this is not a good entry. There's no real confluences for us to go short. And pretty much after this, yeah, we just explode to the upside. I also wrote in the Discord chat, now since we respected this gap, it's pretty clear we want to get Asia highs, and we did. Um, and that's it for the day for me, because the move most likely already happened for the day, or if there is some sort of movement happening, we don't want to try to bottom take some sort of like explosive movement to the upside. There's really no sense in doing this. So as you can see here in the Discord, I put the two scenarios for today. In the pre-market analysis, I explained that I want to see a sweep of those equal lows to then get like a move to the upside regarding the daily profile, or if you want to sweep out London highs, I want to get good confirmations to then short to the downside. I wrote no break on ES, no a high time frame gap inversion, so that's pretty much it. We want Asia highs, and we did get Asia highs pretty directly after it. And I also explained that we have a lot of external liquidity formed and pretty much only internal imbalances, and you can see this here. It doesn't matter on which time frame. we have a gap right here, a gap right here, a gap right here, a gap right. We form really a lot of like internal imbalances. But if you see on the higher time frame, we had like a lot of like external liquidity. We have this high right here, this high right here, high, 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 high. So a lot of draws to actually, yeah, to actually still grab to the upside. So pretty interesting day. Yeah, good price action, to be honest, clean price action. The 1 minute chart was like kind of like ugly, but overall pretty good movement today. I'm really interesting to see how January plays out price action wise, since November and December last year was like really shitty. So let's see. But pretty interesting day, and we're gonna see tomorrow for the next trade recap, or maybe I take some trades. Then will be more interesting. But yeah, I'm happy to kickstart again the trade recaps for 2026. I hope you learned something, and we're gonna see you tomorrow.